Hi and welcome to the Social Commuter Podcast, the marketing podcast keeping you up to date on the go.
With your host, Georgia Smith.
And Louise Fenwick.
It's our first video of 2025. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It is crazy. We've been doing this for almost a year now. We realised that the other day, which is the weirdest feeling in the world.
It is. Our birthday episode is coming soon.
Oh, it'll be a good
Keep your
one.
eyes out. We are
I've never seen us so excited about an episode before.
We have a mood board and everything.
Yeah, it's going to be big stuff.
It's going to be an iconic
Huge
episode.
Oh, I'm excited to get into 2025 social commuter world.
I am. I feel like everything else in 2025 so far has not been fab.
We've not had the best start.
No, we are based near Manchester as well. I don't know if anyone's seen the news, but the flooding has been horrendous to start 2025.
It's been very bad.
Yeah, good luck everyone who's had their cars written off already.
We were close. We were stuck in a taxi for a while.
An hour and a half because of the flood. But anyway, it's fine.
We're going to go have a
make it better.
Fun episode instead to start 2025 off correctly in the social commuter world. So, we actually normally discuss all of our updates, but today we haven't. We're doing a blind reaction.
Blind recording, which we barely ever do anymore.
We never do. It's because we're always together, but we're having a gossip. Okay, do you want to kick us off? I think you have one more than me.
Okay, we might have the same because we're doing blind. So my first one, this is bizarre.
Okay.
If you ask me. So Meta are releasing AI profiles to boost engagement. So it's basically saying to us that they're going to have accounts with names and posts on them that are just AI bots. They're not real people.
Yeah.
Which at the moment they block these off the app because obviously this is like
they
weird
don't want fake
and
bot people.
Bad and stuff. Yeah. But now they're actually creating them.
Yeah.
What a shift.
I feel like they're obviously getting a benefit from this now. Instead of the other businesses that would have fake accounts making the money, maybe they're going to make the money. In this situation, I'm assuming it's not going to be for nothing. They're going to charge. There's going to be a fee of sorts around it. Like you can pay for a blue tick now, can't you?
Yeah.
I feel like the world's changing slightly with that organic side of things on social media. So it doesn't shock me in a sad way. But it does make me realise, like, are they going to charge? How much? I'm curious about what's going to happen with that.
Yeah. To me, this is bizarre. And I guess the engagement side of it is that the AI profiles will make AI-generated content and post it into feed for the normal user. But they're also meant to be able to comment and stuff on other people's posts.
What if you fall in love with a fake AI account? I feel like that's what's going to happen.
I love that that's what you're concerned about right now.
It's Black Mirror, and every time we hear this, I just think this is a Black Mirror episode, and it freaks me out. So I'm slightly worried about what's going to happen with that. But as long as they disclose that it's an AI profile and we're not going to open up some world where your best friend's AI and you didn't know about it and stuff like that. Because people make friends with people online. That's the reality of it. Everyone meets online nowadays, and if you're going to meet an AI bot and not be aware, that could really like mess up someone. So we want to be careful. What a lovely way that Meta started the new year.
Yeah, so I'd start the episode with that.
Freak everyone off. Well, I have a weird one that's actually entertained me. So X is planning to launch something called X Money.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, so initially I read it and I thought, is this like a rapper? Doesn't it sound like a rapper name? Yeah. Like X Money. If it's not, it probably is someone's future name. So they've been looking at, obviously, X wants to become an everything platform. We talked about this 2 months ago?
Yeah, see, ever since Elon Musk came on to the scene.
He decided, let's make it an everything platform that does a bit of everything. And this new thing he wants to do is work with money. So he got rejected from doing a different kind of money thing. Because
I know, I saw this. New York stopped him from doing it, didn't they?
Because, I mean, social media and money already, there's a lot of red flags in that situation. But X Money's meant to apparently this new big thing. They're going to launch it this year with all that other things they're launching, and Grok. I can never say Gronk.
Grok AI.
Grok AI, that one. Yeah. So they're focusing a lot on the AI side. So big plans for X in 2025, everyone, apparently. Obviously, Elon's in a much higher powered place now than he was a year ago. Richest man, involved in, the most powerful country in the world. So I would definitely keep an eye on X. For the better or the worse. Yeah. We'll see.
Speaking of X, their biggest competitor, Blue Sky, has now exceeded even 25 million users.
Guess who downloaded Blue Sky this morning?
Me. As soon as I read the article,
I was like,
oh my goodness, I need to be on this. So I joined, and okay, I've had like 2 minutes on the app before we filmed, and it's interesting. They're very high on like data protection.
Course.
Which, to be fair, I don't think I would trust Elon Musk with my data, so I think like that's probably fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it seems to be quite good so far. They've got lots of systems in place for growth compared to Threads. which has been really interesting. And I think, to be fair, that's all linked below, actually, their whole article on growth and the way they operate. But as soon as I read that, I was like, I need to be on this.
Maybe we should do a whole bonus episode just discussing Blue Sky. Because if it's going to be a big thing, because I'm curious about it. Let's have a social media gossip. 2025 new social community bonus episodes.
Oh, I love that.
The social media gossip. See, we inspire each other every day. You should have seen her this morning. She's like, I've got ideas. Remind me, I've got ideas. It's so fab. So something else we've seen, which is a sort of, sounds really mean for me to say this, an irrelevant update. So TikTok, obviously huge platform, controversy, we'll come on to that in a bit. But they've released a really fun new update called an AI group shot. So I'm going to describe this in a weird term. So last year, I don't know if you remember, it was a viral trend to like put your faces into like Christmas templates of like 80s and stuff like that. My family group chats are full of them. They were all over TikTok last year. So they basically released an AI group shot, which basically lets you put your face in an AI image.
Terrifying.
With your friends. Lovely. It's funny, but it's just like something that came out years ago, and AI and TikTok have decided, let's merge it together.
Yeah.
So if you miss your friends and you want to put like some weird photo,
if you miss your friends and want to make a fake,
you want to make a fake photo of you with them, you can do it now. Obviously, it's not going to look that real, and it's not like you can make it with you sat here. They give you a list of templates, and it's quite a cute little irrelevant update. But TikTok are evolving a lot with their AI updates, and I'm excited for this new year of like. I imagine there's going to be loads.
Yeah, I think AI is going to be bigger than ever this year, and we were terrified by it last year, so good luck.
Scare ourselves.
Yeah, love
so
that.
Bad.
I have an update on X, actually, because we're still kind of on the topic.
Go on.
X, basically all their stats were released for 2024, and I read through the article, and their video views have gone up a massive 40% year on year.
I've never watched a video on X.
No.
I only have it on my phone purely because one of my clients used to use Twitter, and that's the only reason it's still on there.
Yeah.
I don't scroll through it. I don't use it. I was going to say to the point, but I just don't use it.
No, I don't personally use X. No. It scares me. And, I mean, Threads is, I can't lie, Threads is awful for growth. You can't grow at all on it, ever. Which is why Blue Sky is doing so well with all their growth things. And yeah, X is just another thing altogether. With Elon's Everything app, he released like video calls and all sorts, didn't he?
It's so funny.
I do think this is really interesting, because you wouldn't think to be posting videos on X, would you? Really?
Well, talking about that, X is very close to launching a new button on the bottom of the function bar of the app, basically a feed just for videos. So like you have
Surprised they don't have that already, to be fair.
I thought they would, but apparently they don't. And it would have just been an in-feed, like pictures. So now they've got a whole section of the app just for videos. So that's a bit interesting. I think, like you said, the growth of the video is working. So obviously, if you see that many views increasing, you're going to want to put in a whole section dedicated for video feeds and, pushing that.
Yeah.
But then we were discussing, obviously, the election and how much Elon has... God, social media has gone very political recently, hasn't it?
I know, it's surprisingly political when
it's
you think
about
political.
It's crazy. In our head, it's like fun little TikToks, but no. Political
not
side
in
of
America.
social media.
I think it mainly, the politics about it is in America, to be honest.
It's quite funny. But obviously, if X are going to focus more on videos, does that mean, Trump and Elon being besties? You would have thought maybe he's going to push the bill to cancel TikTok. However,
my next update is, so in the last episode, if you watched it, it was going to the Supreme Court basically to decide whether to ban TikTok or not.
In the US.
Since the last episode, Trump has filed a Supreme Court bid to save TikTok.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
I love it.
This is massive because Trump is best friends with Elon.
So you would have thought, help a mate out.
On X. TikTok, big competitor of X, because if X want to get into the video space, TikTok is the dominator in that. So you would have thought, well, if they were really that good friends, then, I can't lie, it's a bit all screwed up.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
But no, Trump, even though I'm pretty sure he was the first one to say that he wanted to ban it because he didn't want the Chinese to have their data, And now he's going to the Supreme Court to say that he wants to save it.
It's crazy. It's such a political thing. When did Social Commuter become a politics podcast?
I don't know, because I don't like politics.
You like it? You
No,
don't. I was
don't
going to say, I was
like
like,
it.
since when do you like
Stresses
politics?
me out. I don't watch the news anymore.
The only news she knows about America is the
It's the
TikTok
social
news.
media news.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's as good as it gets.
I personally find the news quite depressing. I don't know if anyone else feels the same. If you do, please let me know below.
She only knows social media news.
I don't even know the weather anymore because I don't watch the news.
I said to her, I was like, it's going to flood in Manchester. We don't want to go out on New Year's Eve. And you were like, it won't.
Yeah.
And then it did flood in New Year's Eve. But it's fine. We've lived and we've learned. So we've talked a lot about X, but something else we need to talk about is Meta. So.
Oh no, not again.
This is actually, it's a very AI based. They really have launched AI.
Really scary.
Have you seen this one? So our bestie, Adam, do you want to do your annual Adam explanation?
Adam Mosseri.
Okay, I knew you were going to say that.
We're still not sure how to say his name. Nobody ever says his name out loud. They only type it from what I see. So I don't know. He doesn't say his name, does he?
Maybe we should Google how to pronounce it. It's probably Mosseri.
Yeah, Mosseri.
Adam.
Okay. He's we always actually argue on what his actual title is.
He's the Instagram chief. It does say on my notes.
He's the chief of Instagram. Is self-proclaimed on his Instagram bio.
He is also the chief of Instagram. He didn't just decide he was that is a job role.
He's one of the creators of Instagram. Is that right?
No. Instagram is really old.
It's one of the big guys at Instagram anyway.
He's big up there and he likes to keep us in the know basically with
he's
everything.
fab with that. If you are a social media manager, definitely follow him.
Yeah, he is great. So he's talked a lot about how they want to make AI a more prominent part of the social media experience for Meta overall. So obviously Instagram, Facebook, Threads. Mm-hmm. Very creepy, but he did do this video, check it out on his Instagram, about different ways that you can add AI into your video. So I think he was doing a video just talking and then an AI animal comes out of the background and stuff. Really creepy, but they want to as you do, but they do want to focus a lot on adding a bit of AI things into the videos themselves, into the content themselves. So they seem to be a big fan of AI and Meta at the minute. They obviously are working with people. Can't remember the companies they're working with, but they are working as a collaboration for the video side of things. So keep an eye on Adam's Instagram.
I like that.
It's exciting. Big stuff coming.
I've got two more actually.
Oh, go on.
Speaking of Meta, Threads are actually moving away from Instagram. So the whole reason everyone says Threads is big, because I don't actually know anyone in reality that uses it that much. No. Is because it's so linked to Instagram, and Instagram basically forced you to make an account. Long story short. But then I'm saying this one quite controversial thing today. Sorry.
Up your insurance policy.
Yeah. But Threads are moving away from it because they're now introducing custom display names and cover images for your account on Threads, so they don't have to match Instagram, which is nice.
It is nice.
Because you're not necessarily the same brand that you are on Instagram to Threads.
Different tone of voice with how you post. And they've mentioned before about how they're debating to separate the platforms. I do think it's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Great way to launch Threads was to connect them. Everyone was so curious to invest free advertisements to millions of people.
Also, the fact that they numbered everyone was
quite
interesting.
That.
I'm glad that they moved away from it now, but it was interesting because you kind of wanted to get on it soon to be one of the lower numbers when you didn't know if they were
I was not that
I don't know if that was just me being competitive.
Yeah.
I
don't have those competitive genes in me.
I still think that was fun.
It was an interesting one.
Yeah, very interesting.
I am glad they are separating, so we'll see what happens with that. Do less people go on Threads? Ooh, curious. You do the last one, I'm out now.
Sorry, my last one is TikTok have released their Valentine's campaign tips.
Oh, I saw this.
So I have linked this guide below directly to the TikTok website. I do think they're very helpful with their Valentine's Day campaign. I have read through it, obviously. I think it was really surprising that data shows that most people actually start looking at Valentine's ideas in December.
Ooh.
Some people are shopping for Valentine's Day 6 months before as well, by the way.
I'm not doing
that.
Which
I know, we're not that invested.
We could do a Galentine's again.
Also,
we love a Galentine's
34% of people buy for someone who isn't their partner on Valentine's Day.
I'm the 34%.
Yeah, I am as well.
It's better that way.
But I think that's nice because it's you're not just marketing to partners and couples, which I don't think people a lot of the time realise.
Oh, that's such a good one. I'm getting good content ideas now. We're doing Galentine's.
Yes, we are doing Galentine's.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing Galentine's for my clients now. We're going to have a Galentine's party.
Oh,
I'll get funding for it.
I love that.
See, we get creative from this podcast.
I know, just a little flashback. Do you remember our Valentine's episode?
That's what I'm saying. It was adorable. We're gonna do it again. Don't worry.
Anyway, trends.
Okay, I'll do one then.
Go on.
My favourite trend I've seen, I'm obsessed with it. We need to do it for social community actually. 2024 ins and outs. Obviously, new year, new me sort of mindset. Creators are just doing like a plain video and then doing the things they want to bring into their life in 2024 and the things they want out of it. 2025.
I was thinking that. I was like, wasn't that last year?
2025.
Yeah. We'll get there
I don't
soon.
know what year it is. All my invoices, I'm pretty sure said 2024. I had to go back and change them before I sent them off.
I actually made that mistake like 2 years ago and it put the wrong.
I love that was I'd make that mistake a lot.
It's not even like the wrong month, it's the wrong year.
Yeah, well that's why I'm like, I don't want to do 2024 by accident, but I have corrected it. Don't fret. But I think it's a really wholesome trend and it shows people want better things into their lives in 2025 and it's so wellness focused and a lot of them are really funny though. I've seen like ins like the girls out any man and I was like
yes, I like that. I actually saw this morning like the Bridget Jones sound where it's my New Year's resolutions. And I think that would be really fun to that.
Yeah, that one's actually quite a popular sound this week. I've seen quite a lot of it and then we watched Bridget Jones last night and I was like
love Bridget
so
Jones.
But great for businesses as well if you want to do the more comedy approach with it, you know, ins clients that don't have any amends to your content, out all those long phone calls that aren't needed, little things like that could be really fun. Oh, see, we need to do that later.
Yes, we do.
We get inspiration all the time. Do you want to do one then?
My first one is the song Push to Start by Tyler.
Yeah.
We
had that this morning.
So it's actually, I posted on the social community with the sound already, so you can pretty easily find it.
She did very well with that sound.
Account. I know, when I say this sound is trending, it's trending. And also, we have a business account on TikTok, which was a mistake, to be fair, from the get-go, because it means that we can't use most of the trending sounds that are actual, like, signed to Universal or something. However, this sound, I could actually use it, I think, like the actual sound, which was great. It's a good sound. It's grown so quickly. I think it got like 600 views in 10 minutes.
Tyler, she's fab. Plus, it's one of my dad's favourite songs at the minute. So whenever I hear it, I do.
Your dad is so iconic.
Yeah, he's
Tate McRae, Tyler. What an icon.
What's it?
What
else is it? Kylie Minogue. It's great.
Kylie Minogue, yes.
Minogue. Good sound though.
This sound super versatile. There's a dance to it, so you can go the dance route, or you can go just the photo swipe route.
Yeah, I love.
I've done a day in the life to it. I did a POV to it. It's fantastic.
So great.
So versatile.
Sounds great. Okay, well this is a new trend I've seen, and it's going to be a horrible description. So I've called it the emoji life trend. Literally only seen it this past week and I saw a couple didn't think it would take off and now I'm seeing everyone post it. So it's basically you do a picture of like a house or your dream house and then you do the emojis of like, you know, what you want. So you and your husband and your kids and your dogs and it's very wholesome. And then people have taken the other route of like, so I would do it for us would be like my best friend and the guy she's with and then like me in the same house just living there forever. So there's two separate routes that people have taken with it. I personally love the comedy route of it and I saw this woman, it was like me and my diamond rings and my cars and my house by myself and I was like, yeah. So basically describe your dream future in emojis. It's so fun.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's quite manifesty.
It is manifesty. It's cringy and horrible, some of them, but most of them are very entertaining. So
I think super versatile trend as well.
It is. It's a nice one.
Love it. Messy is still massive.
Yes.
People are using this sound for everything. It became big. It was actually 2 episodes ago when we filmed, so 3 weeks ago now. And we were speaking about Messy being the Sophia Richie dance, but now everything, like you can do everything to it. It's just like push to start, basically.
Yeah, it's great and it's a great song as well. And I'm very proud of the singer. I feel like she's just blown up.
Yeah,
I love seeing small singers blow up on TikTok.
Definitely.
Melts my heart. You do a wholesome one, I'll ruin the wholesomeness again with Keep It Undercover. So this is obviously the theme tune for Casey Undercover, which you weren't a Nickelodeon kid. Okay. If you were like a Nickelodeon, well I think it's Disney actually. If you were like a Disney Nickelodeon kid, you would have seen Casey Undercover. It's got Zendaya in.
Okay, wow.
You still don't...
No?
She was the star of it. We had very different TV shows as kids.
Yeah.
Basically, she was like a spy and there's like a soundtrack for it that's really popular. And then Michael Barrymore got on the trend and then it absolutely blew up. Obviously, he's the funniest person
ever. He's quite iconic on TikTok.
Well, this made him more iconic. So it's basically a trend about receding hairlines. So that's how I'm going to describe it. So you have like a little hat on or you use your hand, you say keep it undercover. And then like when the sound goes up, you move your hand up to like where your hairline recedes to. And I've seen loads of people do it. And then as soon as Michael Barrymore did it, I thought this classes as a trend now because he's gotten on it. And that means we're going to see more of the guys on it. So I guess if you're a balding man, there's a trend for you out here.
That could be quite fun in an office, though.
It is funny in an office.
Somebody has to have a sense of humour, obviously.
Yeah, you have to be able to have a laugh with it, but it's a popular sound and it's a popular trend at the minute, so it needed a shout out.
It's really funny.
I think it's great.
My next one, okay, I've seen this for a couple of weeks actually, but it's like a POV reaction TikTok, which was very big a couple years ago, I think. And it's to an older sound. It's called Latch Disclosure. But yeah, so basically it's a group of people, and when the music drops, you all like react to something like on a computer screen, and the POV is normally really out there. Like that. I think Amy Charlize, is that how you say her name?
Yeah, I
did
actually
one,
didn't know
which was really funny. And then I saw another one this morning. But yeah, so like just the most out there POVs, which are super unrealistic as well. Like it's not something that's actually happened to you, but it's just, yeah, it's really funny.
Sometimes you need to have a bit of an over exaggeration on social media.
I think it would be really fun for businesses though, and like social media managers to do something like that, like
have an over dramatic reaction to things.
Yeah, exactly.
Be acting. You could do it. You're
when
better at acting.
When the client finally approves your content after 20 amends, and it's like the most ecstatic reaction ever.
Oh, I have seen a couple of businesses do that.
Yeah,
like you said in that phrase, I have seen quite a lot of businesses get on that trend. I think it's quite nice. Once again, I'm ruining the wholesome trends. For some reason, I've just got the most like unhinged trends today.
Go on.
So I can't say the words because we're classed as like a non-swearing, non-inappropriate languaged TikTok. I can't even. It's been a long day. There's this woman on TikTok that released a song. I think she's in her 60s or 70s. She's iconic.
Is she? Is she actually that old?
Yeah, everyone thought she was like 20.
Is that why? Right.
That's why the song's
so
blown up.
Sense.
Not because it's a good song. And it's like, I'm going to write big M energy. That's what people are translating it for. That one.
Yeah.
So Molly May did a TikTok to it the other day with Luke Shaw. Obviously, people love that collab, so that was all over TikTok. The sound itself is trending. You're seeing kids sing it, which is slightly concerning.
Yeah. I think it did really big over Christmas because it is so unhinged, and people got their families to do it, which is just like kind of slightly shocking content, which is why it did so well.
Shocking content does
do well. It's funny though. Yeah.
And it's a good sound, and it obviously is trending. And if you're maybe a business with looser guidelines and shit, like my clients would not let me post that, and I understand it. If you're a business that maybe goes a little bit around the guidelines, this could be a really good sound for you to use because it is trending.
To be honest, if a business did do that, I think it would get a lot of traction.
It would get so much traction.
So unhinged.
You might get sacked, but it could get a good amount of traction as well.
Obviously get it approved.
Which is fab.
I've got two more.
Go on.
So there's this sound that's like, it was really big over Christmas, and it's basically where you like try and get somebody to try your drink, like your friend, and it's basically like, try it, you'll like it, like people get like coffee and stuff, and they're like, no thank you, and they're like, try it, and they're like, okay, like that kind of sound. But this could be used with anything, I think. Like I mean, obviously it went viral with drinks over Christmas and like different cocktails and stuff, but I think we could do this with anything.
I could do that. God,
like
I get so many good ideas when they watch this podcast. It's great. Let me write that down.
What's the point? Write it down. And then my last one is the song Round of Applause featuring Drake, which is a trending sound, but I think people have been doing it with like 2025 now. So they're like sad about leaving behind 2024, but happy about, and then like something they're happy about, like leaving behind all the negative people from 2024 kind of thing.
Behind 2024.
I know. No,
we said we were going to skip 2025 as well and just do like
we're
whole...
like, hey, we're on 2026 now.
2026, we're redoing the year.
It's a bit of a rough start to the new year,
I think that's a great trend though. There's some good ones to be honest, especially because we didn't expect that many new things to happen because everyone's been away for Christmas. I think there's been some nice ones. So creators. I have the best creator ever. She's only posted 4 TikToks and she's still become my favourite creator ever. So I think it was her like niece or something that posted a video of her. I think she's like in her late 50s, 60s, and she sat in Africa with like her African white wine, and she was like, the reason I'm here is because I don't have a husband or a boyfriend or kids, so I'm wasting my time. And then she gave like a full lecture about finding the person for you and how you need to, up your standards and deal with things. And I was like, she just was so inspirational. So she's called 70 Waves, but she's also Aunt Pam. That's like her name.
That's so
and she's just fab. And when you see someone and you're like, you were just everything I want to be. So iconic of a woman. Glamorous as anything though. Hair done, makeup done, dresses done, heels on every day. It's like my girl. And I just thought Inspiration.
A little bit of life inspiration.
We do at the minute. I've seen some great ones. I think it's New Year. But what podcast were you watching this morning?
Oh, I do need to give her a shout out. Actually, Grace Beverley.
That was so... Well, I was curling my hair listening
working.
Yeah.
One of my favourite podcasts, other than ours, obviously. But she did this 2025 like rebranding episode, which was really interesting. Like, she is so psycho about planning, but I think that's what makes you so successful.
Yeah, you got to be a bit.
Because she's amazing.
Plans. Yeah, sounds great.
I think her and Amy Smale are my two top business inspirations.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
how fun.
My creator of the week is an account on TikTok called Ezel Cuts.
Fun name.
And they, well, I think it's just one guy mainly actually in the videos, but they're like a barber. And it's a bit more of a somber feature, actually. Sorry.
But all of mine have been so unhinged today.
I was watching our episode from last time, and you were saying that all my creators are depressing.
They are.
And this is a little bit depressing.
Okay.
But I think it's also really heartwarming.
Go on.
So a barber that goes round, it's normally Bolton, and they offer homeless people
I've seen
a haircut.
And
they basically just get talking to them, and you kind of learn the stories of these people that have been on the streets for a really long time. And it was such, I think over Christmas as well, obviously, this will obviously connect with a lot of people, but I thought it was such a lovely account to do, and to show the stories of people that a lot of people will not relate to at all ever, and not know anything about people that are on the streets and the reasons people can get there.
It's nice.
And it's super eye-opening, but I think it's if there was so much more of content like this on TikTok, I think the world would be such a more open, welcoming place to people that they don't necessarily connect with.
He's great. He's been around for a while now,
fantastic.
And he's done so much good for so many people.
Exactly.
That's a good creator.
The least he deserves is a shout out on her. So
you do pick the most depressing creators compared to me, but he does deserve it, and I give you that.
Yeah.
He's a good one. But wow, what a start to 2025.
I know. What's everyone's goals for 2025 in social media this year? Let us know.
We need to do
ours. Predictions, actually.
Yeah, 2025 social media predictions.
Because, Loki, at the start of 2024, we were speaking about TikTok Shop, which wasn't a thing, and we were saying this is going to be terrifying and scary.
You hated TikTok Shop.
I think AI was only just coming into the picture.
I'm getting emotional.
And then if
what
you think
about
what we've come out with actual accounts, insane.
Crazy. What a year.
You know what? We stayed at the forefront of all of it. It was all being reported on.
It's so impressive.
We haven't had a single surprise on social media this year because we've known it weeks in advance it was coming out.
Go us.
And go viewers. If you stuck with us this whole year, and that means you're on top of everything as well.
We're just on top of it, people, and that's the way to be.
It is the way to be.
Quick turnarounds. That's the way to be.
Also, we need our 2025 resolution is to actually ask people to subscribe.
Yes.
Because it helps us to subscribe, because we actually get pushed to people then, because we do this every week. So
we do.
Please subscribe if you can, if you're on YouTube or Spotify. Thank you for watching, as always.
Always.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.